I'm reviving my Mazda MX-6 project. I need to fine-tune a few things on my car, and then I'm going to have to go old school with some of the procedures. Later, I'm going to give the car its first bath after more than 6 months of owning the car. And then later on, I'm going to take you along as I head to LA to attend an event. Today, I'm gonna do some work on my Mazda. I park on the side of the house, so I'm gonna go get it, bring it back to my garage, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. Last night, I drove it to get some gas. It's been since January since this car has some gas in it, so gotta put some gas in it so I can drive it and do some fine tuning today. On the last episode for this car, I know I was talking about doing the headliner, but I wanted to do some fine tuning on this car because on episode 114, I did make some adjustments on my car, but I didn't do any fine tuning, so I want to focus on that today. The first thing on today's agenda is cleaning my throttle body. I have a suspicion that one of the things that are contributing to a rough idle is a dirty throttle body. So let's get started with that. I suspect the culprit of this is a dirty throttle body. So I'm going to remove the intake tube right here, get access to the butterfly of the throttle body, and clean it with some throttle body cleaner. I'm gonna have to remove some of these vacuum lines, some of the clamps right here, some down there and there. Then I'll have access to the throttle body. I was able to get everything out. I actually removed the intake box here just so I could get easier access to pull out this intake tube. Some of the vacuum lines I also took out just so I could get better access. But I'm gonna zoom in right there. You can see how dirty that throttle body is. So what I'm gonna do is open up the flaps, spray some throttle body cleaner, and clean it up. So I got my light over here, and then I got this tool here just to open it up so you can see how dirty it is inside. Check how dirty that is in there. This is the throttle body cleaner that I just picked up. I'm gonna use this to clean inside the throttle body. After a few minutes of soaking the throttle body cleaner, I'm able to easily open up the butterfly, whereas before I was just kind of getting stuck right here. Now I can open up very easily. There's so much gunk that's been built up. I haven't gone fully inside, but I'll keep rubbing in there and try to clean as much as I can. Now that the throttle body is cleaned up, I'm going to start it up and take it around for a few blocks because I want to burn some of the carbon deposits when I was cleaning the throttle body. That way I can go to the next step and adjust the throttle. In order to adjust the throttle on this 30-plus-year-old car, I'm going to have to access the diagnostic box. I do have this tool here that will help me to jump two of the circuits here so that I can start tuning the throttle. There's a tab right here that opens up the box. You can see the guides on the bottom of the cover, and the two circuits I'm going to be bypassing are the 10 and the ground, and that's where this tool comes into play. So what happens is it makes my car go into diagnostic mode and it allows me to manually tune the throttle and other components of the car. The next thing I need to tackle down is when I turn my car on, the air adjust screw is going to be right down here. Here's the throttle body, so I'm going to get a Phillips screwdriver and make the adjustments on my throttle by tightening or loosening the screw. I'm glad I'm able to get more of these critical items done on my Mazda. Now that it's running properly, I could move on to other parts of this project. I bought my MX-6 in January of this year, and since then I haven't washed it. So today will be the first time. I rinsed it a couple days ago, but I'm gonna do the official wash right now. Quite dirty, so it's gonna be a lot of work. Feel much better now that the car is clean. Now I can move on to the next part of this project and start working on the headliner. Now that I'm done working on my Mazda for today, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to head out to LA and do a few things with my family. And while I'm there, I did find an event to go to. So I'm going to get changed and head on out. We're here in Alhambra at Inozetek. I'm gonna stop by, I brought my kids with me. I heard about this event, so I wanted to check it out. From the looks of it coming in, there's quite a bit of cars, so I'm gonna make my rounds and share with you all the cars. Brought my M5, really dirty. I didn't plan on displaying it today, so I just parked out here. There's a few BMWs in my area, so I thought it might fit in. All right, fit check with the shoes. I got the 11s. My youngest is matching with the 11s. Middle is wearing dunks. And the eldest is wearing whites. Just finished my rounds on the front of the building, so I'm gonna head to the back. I saw some cars coming out earlier, so we'll see if there's still any cars on display.
Yeah, it's sportscar.
It might be.
Left the warehouse, gonna swing back around to where I parked. I do want to check out another car that I passed by earlier and get a better look at it because it was something that caught my eye. I swung around. Here's my car, but I do want to check another car on the other side. Okay, that's gonna wrap it up here. The car that I really want to take a look at a little bit closer was that silver R8. And I'll just drop a few clips of that. But other than that, we're gonna head out, do some shopping around this area, and I'll close out the vlog with what's coming up next. It was a coincidence that at the event, the R8 caught my eye, and then I bumped into this one. I was stalking it for a little bit because I wanted to get a better look at it. So I was lucky enough to catch up to it later on in traffic and get the shot. Later on the way home, I did some car spotting as well and found a couple of cool cars. Despite there being a lot of events scheduled for today, this one at Inozetek turned out pretty well. I saw a lot of cars that I haven't seen before, and then I also bumped into a few people that I haven't seen in a while, so I was glad that I stopped by this event. The car that I circled back on was the silver R8. When I passed by the first time, I knew I wanted to check it out again, but unfortunately when I circled back, it was already gone. So hopefully in another event, I bump into that car again because I really wanted to check out that car. I really liked the setup, the color scheme, and the rest of the specs on that car was really on point. On the next episode, I'm going to be taking my 911 to the track. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a few years since I've taken it, and I gotta do a few things to my car in order to prepare for some time attack. So that's gonna do it for today's episode. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you on the next one. Wow.